Okay, Kid Charlemagne part 2. Bad Bear says you're doing well. You're halfway through. And you know we finished it on that line. Followed by. That's the end of part 1. And we go straight into part 2, which is. Again, like, you know, just it's so beautiful. The choice of notes, the phrasing. You come off this E note. So we're going E, A. When we fret the B, we bend it. Right, then slide half tone into the B. That bit is B, G, E, D. And then we're going to play D, G. That. There then comes a pivot lick. Again, that sort of stuff beloved of Steve Lukather. What we sometimes call a pedal tone lick. Yeah. And that goes like. Alright. So we play G, E, G, E, A, E, C, E. I end up in this high D. Slide into E, and then we end it with a AC. Sorry. Right. And the trick here is to, which I didn't do very well at. The trick here is always to articulate the E. Hit the E. That's what we're trying for. Right. I find that quite hard, and I probably find that the hardest lick in the whole solo to play, because we're well, you can see there we're skipping strings. Right, yeah. You'll get that under your fingers if you just play that. And funnily enough, just to break for a second, that line I would freely say is the hardest for me to play. If you play that 10 or 20 times, you'll find the muscle memory almost plays it for yourself. But there's no two ways about it. Right? Then comes the lick that everybody likes. Right, I mean, wow, that even if you've never heard the song, you're only half listening to the radio, as soon as Larry Carlton goes, you'd be saying, whoa, you know, it's one of these who is that guy moments, right? Way back in 1976, right? So, to play this, we play D and B flat, then we play C and A flat. Sounds a wee bit like Steve Stevens in Top Gun, doesn't it? And then the second lick is repeated, but the low note's a G. Then one E, and then just play a descending chromatic line from C to B flat, which obviously goes C, as you know, B, B flat. So we get. Here comes my favourite. I absolutely love that line. That's probably my favourite line in the whole solo, all of which is great. So slide into the A. Right, so slide into the A. Play the C. E. C. D. A. Slide A to B. Play a D. Play a G. And play D, G again. Here comes the Rockers lick. Right? back to a bend, and we fret a C. So we're playing C, B, but we're going fret out an A, then E, D, E. So that's better. Then we use those two notes again. So that's just A, A, D, A, E. And then we have the climax. Now, break for a little mouthful of tea, and I'll tell you a story about this. This is one of these endings to solo that I heard differently for years and years. And I imagined it, I'd probably do better humming this than attempting to play it. I imagined it as like 4 jazz arpeggios. So if the band were playing ba 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 ba, I imagined that Larry was going ba ra ba 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 ra ba 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 ra ba 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 ra ba ba. So 4 4s. And if I ever tried to play the solo, which I I did for years, very unsuccessfully, I would always go down the line of trying to play which sounded to me quite beboppy, right? So after comes this line. Right, now if you know an E5 note scale and you know the extra note that goes in, try and keep that scale in your head. And that's it, that's the very first, it's not actually an arpeggio. Then, now this is a C major arpeggio. But we slide into it from the B, so far we've got. And then we play A flat D. So I don't know if any solo's been finished off better than that. So we get this C arpeggio coming from a B. A flat, C, D, bend to D, lay down. Got a bit to go, but we're nearly there. It's easy to miss that bit, because when we get there's a pause for breath. You know, we let the note down. So I've got these 2 bends. First one is D, half a step. Line up on the B flat, land on the B flat, and then bend A, G, E flat. And give it a I'm doing that to demonstrate a little pull, right? So, and that's when you pause for breath. So that at that point, if you're hearing the solo for the first time, that's the point where you go, holy whatever, oh my. So Larry Carlton's just going. Sustain that note. Big pause. And give it a little pull when you hit the E flat. And that's it, perhaps not as extreme as that, but you get the picture. Right? That note just sits there as well. We now want a little cherry, as if we haven't had a bowl of cherries. So what we now want is, bear in mind this is 1976. I'm very fond of when the subject comes up with my friends saying, if you listen to Derringer bootlegs from that era. You hear Danny Johnson do that tapping thing. And I suppose it gets a bit tiresome, you know, who did it first. Steve Hackett, I believe, 72, 73 with Genesis. Harvey Mandel, and then of course Eddie owned it in 1978. But you know, go and listen to that, the Danny Johnson stuff. For some reason, I don't think he did it on the two Derringer albums. However, back to Larry Carlton and tapping. So we end it with pause, pull, and then this is a classic case for me anyway of what you think leading what you hear. When you hear that note bent in the key of D, C, that D note, I would immediately assume, and assumptions are usually wrong, that the tap is going to be, that's a G and I'm fretting the F, or an A. It's neither, right? Larry Carlton tapped on the A flat note. So when he taps on that A flat note, you get a B flat, which is the flat 7th of C that we know. Right? Now, some guitarists are absolutely fantastic at everything. Some guitarists are great at putting a quote at the end of a solo that's appeared in the solo. Now you'll remember early on, after the... What does Larry do? And how does he end the solo? So he plays the same line down the bottom. C, slide up to D, back to C. So that's it. That is the whole solo. Kid Charlemagne, guitar solo by the legend Larry Carlton from the Steely Dan album, The Royal Scam. And I really hope that has helped anyone who, like me over the years, has said, oh my goodness, I'd love to be able to play that. So, see you next time.